yeah, we are in the middle of stock take and things like that. So yeah, stuff is out and about.
Feedback.
How's the video quality coming through at your end?
Looks great, Warren.
Okay, good. Yeah, I was also given permission to let you have a glance into the surgery room. So this is the operating theater here. I'm not going to go any further anywhere, so we want to keep this as clean as possible. But yeah, again, all this sort of things you might find.
Is that a winter light?
I don't even know where's the light switch now. Yeah, so those are kind of like the main parts of our hospital here. Hey, Steve, these are the little bits we saw here. We're going to get the film here? Yeah, the green one's down it. Yep, that's it. Okay, so here we have an expeditioner. He's planning a field trip, signing out one of the first aid kits. And behind him is the door that leads into the pharmacy that's well and truly locked. And this here, this is our sort of, here we go, self-serve bar. Yeah, so all sorts of typical healthcare products of various sorts.
Next to
Not sure what these here are.
You said it.
Oh, look, we even have the latex-free version.
What about the extra larges one?
Yeah.
Oh god.
It's cold. Oh, extra small.
Yeah. So the hospital is well equipped. Like here's one of the entrance doors on the outside. So this is sort of a typical cold porch here, where you can kick off your boots and your jackets and so on. Let's have a glance outside. In fact,
You're probably going to lose Wi-Fi.
I do have my my Crocs on, so hopefully that won't slip too much.
Well and truly protected.
But it is an absolute good.
We've lost it.
Well insulated building, even holds Wi-Fi in.
Yeah. Oh, it's metal, so it's gonna pretty effective barrier.
Come on, go back inside, Warren.
He's pretty halfway down the ramp.
Oh, these Crocs here, mate.
Yeah, we
Oh!
there you go. We just lost you there for a moment, Warren.
We lost it. That's the picture I used.
Because it would only
the
be
day,
coming.
that's due north, and now the sun is setting in the west. A fabulous evening.
Thought it was all south. Oh, there's flat.
Interesting Wi-Fi
Uh,
propagation.
Yeah, don't roll it
Doesn't
doesn't
matter.
matter. It all falls off in.
I love it.
Yeah, the audio is good. I can hear people in the background, so if you have any questions or so, just yell out.
What's the current temperature?
Yeah, weather report, Warren.
Ah. Okay. Yep. We'll give you a weather report in a sec. Yeah, this cold porch here, a little bit larger. Here, people have their so-called survival packs. This is if we do have to evacuate to another building or so, then you've got a bag packed here with sort of basic clothing and stuff like that. But also, if you go out on a field trip or so, yeah, you have a certain set of survival gear that you have to take with you. So just keep it handy inside one of these bags, ready to go.
Yeah, very
Here we
simple
are,
picture.
back in the same corridor as before. the living area called the Wallow. So in this corner here, we have like a mini operations center. This is our tag board here, so we can see who's on station, or more to the point, who's off station. So these two are up at the Wilkins Aerodrome, and these individuals here, they're out and about going for a bit of a walk, or maybe a ski run.
So very
here's,
similar to mining, Warren.
I just realized I'm not hearing you in my headphones, which is interesting. I wonder if I should switch that over. But you can still hear me quite okay, can you?
Yes, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, so this is one of the radio consoles. This one we've set up here for, I guess you'd like to call it for the public to use. So around station we communicate on channel 7, that's standard VHF Marine channel 7. We've got a repeater here, so that covers the station pretty well. And then we have other channels here to talk to different areas. So a few airband channels and some HF radios. And yeah, so these consoles here, they're basically PC based, and you can set them up just about anywhere, anytime. So this one here, we've set up over winter so that we don't have to have anybody sitting over in the operations building where the main console is. But come the first flight in summer, we'll have dedicated operations comms operators arriving here, so we probably won't need this setup here then. These are the trackers that we have called InReaches. They're from Garmin, and yeah, you can use them as a standard GPS, but you can also send and receive SMS style messages with them, and we can get updates of their location every 10 minutes or so. Just another means of staying in touch and knowing where people are. So Casey Station is around this area here, and we have a few local field huts. And this track here is to the Wilkins Aerodrome. That's about 70 kilometers from Casey Station. And this track here is to the top of Law Dome, which is about 120K, so inland from here. Okay. Yeah, keep having things popping up here on my screen. Yeah, this is the actual Wallow area. I think back in the 80s when it was first designed, this was a tile floor, and this alcove area was intended to have actually a wood heater, sort of a bit like in a ski lodge. But yeah, that's definitely not a thing. Back here, the open space. Rubbish bins. Very dangerous, these rubbish bins.
Because they're full of chocolate.
Oh, lovely.
Yes.
Is that before or after eating?
They're the ones that reject.
Now I know why you have monthly physicals.
Here
a
the young
dentist.
fellas having a little bit of Mario on the go here. Yeah, good. So I'll just walk in front of them to really Okay, let's go see what the weather is doing. So we enter the mess here, and here's one of our displays. So the local time, yeah, it's 5:45 in the evening. Wind is fairly gentle at 9 knots. temperature -16. So the combination will give us a wind chill factor of -25. And the green circle in the middle is sort of the aurora forecast. Oops, just disappeared on us. It doesn't look like we'll see much aurora tonight. When there's a lot of activity, then the color changes from green through yellow into orange and red. And yeah, the people get on standby then to take their cameras outside. Yeah, assorted notice boards here. Rosters and rosters. So here everybody is listed for the different Saturday duties they've got to do. So it's basically like domestic cleaning of the building. Here we have a kitchen roster. So we have a chef, and we help him by having 1 or 2 people assisting him each day. The vehicle booking sheet. That's the typical vehicles are the Haglunds here. So they're fairly robust vehicles, and we're all trained up to use them. Here the weather forecast. Now this might look very confusing, but it's called an ensemble. And if we look at, it's produced fresh every day. And we'll have a look, see the, let's say, this is the predicted temperature. So that's -5 up here, drops down to along here. Wind speed, wind direction, and what these lines here represent are models from various computers from around the world, and they all fit the same data but come up with slightly different interpretations. So usually in the near future, they're very consistent with what they predict, and then towards about 5 to 6 days time, they start sort of drifting apart. But as that comes closer, then usually the modeling is becomes more consistent. Here, cold brew coffee. This is a bit of an experiment that the guys set up for this winter. So it's a slow drip system through coffee here, and then we collect it there. And yeah, actually makes a nice brew. We're 30 people. Well, that includes the Wilkins Aerodrome people, which are 4, so they're actually up at Wilkins. So it brings us down to 26, except yesterday 2 have come back to Casey for a couple of days. So we're at 28. And I just got an error message. Are we still there?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, good. This might look like your standard microwave oven, except it draws 3 kilowatts of power and has an output power inside the chamber of 1.8 kilowatts. Great. Absolutely great.
Had to make something really crispy quick.
Oh, yeah. It's fast. Yeah, your breakfast stuff here, cereals. Most important thing is the coffee machine here. Very easy to use. Makes a good brew. Freshly ground beans here. And over here's Rich, our station leader, Dave.
There goes
Dave.
Dave.
Yeah,
Dave.
welcome to my ham radio club in Hobart.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, tonight's dinner is actually what we call catch and kill, so it's not a full-on banquet dinner, but either you help yourself to leftovers out of the fridge, or maybe some simple things are made up here that are ready to go. So, but all in all, you do get spoiled here food-wise. The food is excellent, and there's no shortage of it. This is what we call the catch and kill fridge, where all the leftovers are stored. And yes, you can come here any time of the day and night, help yourself to whatever is here. Eggs, they're getting to they're close to about a year old now, these eggs, but they keep well. They're treated with a light coating of a special oil or paraffin that best preserve them, and as long as they're maintained in a constant temperature,
That's
they actually keep quite well. Yeah, the cooking facilities here, again, if you've been inducted into the kitchen, then yeah, you can do yourself some fried eggs or anything you like, provided you leave it all clean afterwards. Yeah, so it's a great kitchen. Great to work with, lots of space. You know, the utensils, the equipment, the sinks, everything is quite generous here. Well, what's happening, guys? Game finished.
Yeah, some bloke walked in front of us.
Sort of the downstairs area. Here our collection of flags. Yeah, the flag poles outside. If we were to have any special visitors or so, we could put them up. We wander upstairs here.
We got
So
Warren
this is still sort of
giving us a guided tour. Kim's just walked in, Warren. Yeah.
Tim Creeks. Yes.
Hello, Warren.
Hello, Kim. Hello, Kim.
How are you?
Yeah, we found the rigging gear. It was hiding in the green store after all.
I know. I think one of the boxes had your name on it, didn't it?
But the stuff has been packed away for a couple of years by the looks of it.
Yeah, no, that's why we need it back. No, I think it went last year. Can I have the whole lot back? I was going to send you an email tonight. That's probably saved me the hassle.
Well, you want it all back.
Roger Dodger.
I think you should just buy a kit for each station.
No. There's about 5 boxes and a couple of fish bins in total, I think. But I'll send you some
Yeah, that's
photos.
about right.
Okay. Anyway, I'll send you an email
Yeah.
tonight later on, mate.
No worries, Kim.
Steve said to say hello. I saw him the other day. For
Oh,
VN.
thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, bye.
Okay. Right, so little library here. Get to see the view out the other side of the building, towards the south, and yeah, some workstations here for general use. Here's our post office, and you know, we have a postmaster who every once in a while unpacks all this stuff, puts it out on the table, and people can buy Antarctic stamps, memorabilia, stuff like that, prepare mail that eventually will get collected one day and make its way home. Yeah, so we'll wander over. Let's see, but this is the smaller gym. So this is just a little small local gym. We have a larger gym in another building in the main warehouse.
Is that the one that featured in the film, Warren?
Not this one. No, that was the bigger one in the green store.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So here, I don't know. These expeditioners are always so messy. I'm always tidying up after them. I feel like going here, looking after kids. But yeah, it's sort of a quiet room here where you can retreat, have a bit of, I guess, space to yourself, more books, and but it's nice too to sort of just use sort of the incandescent lamps and turn the big floors off. Now, why is this door closed? This is the theater, or movie theater. Nobody's in it. Yeah, so this is, we call this the Odeon. Very large screen. I reckon it matches some of the screens at the State Cinema in Hobart.
Pretty bigger
And we have a phenomenal collection of
Oh,
movies
gosh.
here too.
than
About 16 terabytes worth of movies. Absolutely ridiculous. And one of our expeditioners seems to be able to access the latest movies too. So we've seen things like The Maverick and a few other 2022 movies, which is a wonderful thing.
Moving on more.
And here we have the bar area. See if we can turn some lights on. Now, it would be nice if we just had on-off switches. It's all push-button control. I think it's all network too, so the people in Kingston could actually control our lights for us if they wanted to. Yeah, so this is the bar area. A few weeks ago we had the dartboard competition, so we linked up with some other stations like Macquarie Island and Mawson, and we're broadcasting or streaming video to each other as we were playing darts and having a bit of a competition with them.
Cool.
Who won?
Yeah.
And,
Who won?
let's see. There were a number of games, and we won some of them, not all of them. I don't really recall now what the score was, but we did bring our best players out. So I think we scored pretty well in the end. Another large screen here, so that makes 3 screens now. You've seen the one downstairs, the Odeon one, this one in the bar. So yeah, it was just 30 odd people here over winter. This place is very spacious. We are expecting an influx of 20 people or so with the first flight to come in when it's at late October, and a few more flights, and we'll be up to about 90 people here fairly quickly. Yeah, so that kind of covers a lot of the recreational areas here. Bit of poker going on here occasionally, jigsaw puzzles, and yeah, when the weather's nice, good views to the outside. So yeah, any questions?
Where's the generator?
Where? Yeah. We just had a question. Where's the generator room?
Yes. I'll just show you. Here's our Woolies. And, yeah, so this way, just help yourself
Can you scan your rewards card?
to all your sort of standard toiletries and stuff like that.
What's the temperature inside, Warren?
It's not it's pretty warm.
Fairly
That's
warm,
37.
standard room temperature, so
Not
to
sure
be
what's
honest,
in
I
there.
actually don't know what it is. It's certainly warmer in the lounge areas. The bedrooms are kept a little bit cooler, which is makes for better sleeping, but it also makes it a little bit uncomfortable if you want to just hang out in your room, say after hours or so. You have to sort of rag up to be comfortably warm.
Where's the radio room?
Different building.
No, Warren's radio room.
Yeah.
Typically, there's no need for bright lights in the corridors here. It also reminds people to be quiet, because I think people want rest.
Okay.
Laundry room here,
Laundry.
what's happening. Drying room here. Now, I do feel a bit colder, so I just come in here. It is pretty warm in here. Hey, Jaden, what do you think the temperature is in the drying room? I would say it seems like 1 class. Yeah. skinny my hamstrings like a little bit.
So Warren, where's the radio room from here? Or is that where we started off?
You started off in his room.
His bedroom.
Well, look, what we'll do is we'll go for a wander up to the operations building if you're happy to continue on.
Yeah.
I'll just throw some boots on and a jacket.
I'm just amazed at
Here
we've got
in
somebody
front of me is
wandering
one of our
around
top chippies.
Casey's station in
Yeah.
Antarctica, giving us a Zoom tour.
Okay, so I don't want to walk all the way up there with Crocs. Here are my boots. And with any luck, we'll maintain the Wi-Fi connection outside. Otherwise, like I said before, we'll just have to reconnect. I think you don't know I'm wearing these because they don't seem to be switched on.
It makes it technical, Warren. It's fine.
Yeah, looks impressive. Yeah.
When the weather is mild, not a problem, but typically when there's wind outside us, it's always gear on, gear off. Let's get to you after a while. A little bit more sort of warmer stuff on here. So usually it's not so much the temperature that is annoying, it's the wind. And even if there's a slight breeze or so, I'll just leave that at 0 together, not so much put it inside. Our chef Justin.
Excellent name. Yes.
What time's dinner time?
So what time is dinner time normally, Warren? No, we've got a lot.
Yeah, that was a little bit broken up. Say again.
What time's dinner time normally?
Oh, you said you.
Sorry, what was that?
Yeah. What time's dinner time normally? No, we've lost him. Wait until we get him back.
Yeah.
I suspect it's normal.
Yeah, and I think you said that you could come and go and eat whenever you wanted.
Well, I
It's
think
like about 6:30 at night, somewhere around there, like
Yeah.
6:37, goes for a
Okay.
while.
I'm wondering where everybody is.
How we going with is video coming?
They're all in the on the
Yeah, in and out, Warren, in and out. Yeah, well, he only said there was 28.
Yeah, which is about normal.
That's more than I ever had.
Yeah,
It's only
okay.
been passed for about 7 or 8 of them.
What was this, sorry?
It's only been passed about 8 or 9 of them on camera.
Oh, really? Yeah, but everybody, see, since the advent of Wi-Fi and streaming and things, people don't go out and sort of stuff around together. They all sit in their dongers and they're sort of talking to people back on the mainland or watching videos or whatever. So the social element has actually declined a fair bit. The ship's far better because you get sick of your little cabin. But this
Now we know what the condoms are.
this comment I made,
Okay.
I had a complete trolley of beers and boxes that were sent down.
Good, I've got some audio. Are you guys?
Yeah,
We won't go
yeah,
into
you're in and out, Warren. We get little frames and syllables.
You're 4x1.
No, it's full of 0.
Yeah, pedal harder.
yeah.
Yeah.
Call the radio
No,
team.
he's 4x1, look.
Yeah, 4x1, 4x1, Warren, 4x1.
Can you copy this, Warren?
4x1.
Waving around.
Yes, he got the
Yeah,
signal report.
Hey, Warren, with your amateur radio activity, what's your noise floor like at the station? And what antenna are you using?
Okay, my antenna, if we've got the video going, I don't know if I can zoom in or not. Are you guys receiving my video?
Yes. Yep.
Don't move.
Yeah.
Probably the best signal.
Well, in
we
the
have.
center there, that cane, that's my inverted V. It's looking a little bit loose at the moment, but we've had some strong winds recently.
Yep.
And I'll take you then. But there's definitely no Wi-Fi inside the hobby hut, which is a bit of a pain. But we'll see if we can get a look inside.
Still zooming.
Yeah. Zoom back out, Warren.
De-zoom.
Okay.
Much better. Much better.
We've got obviously got bandwidth back again because you're back to a larger high resolution picture.
Yeah, you're S9 now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
5x9.
Plus 20.
Plus, yeah. Plus 20 apart
Yeah,
from it
it's plus
saying
20,
minus
yeah.
20.
No, it's minus 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is where I might lose you quite easily. Just turn the light on.
Ah, so this is the hobby hut.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Now,
Cool.
Yep.
He's gone. We've lost it.
Yeah.
4x1, 4x1.
Yeah.
4-0.
I'll ring him on the phone.
20 under 0.
20 into 0.
Maybe you walked in.
I'll ring his phone.
That was it.
Yeah, we've lost you altogether.
phone reception at Casey Station?
Just as
Yeah,
we
no,
get
yeah,
good
it's all-
bandwidth back, we lose him.
We've got 2G down there.
2G.
Yeah, seriously. Got a 2G station.
GSM.
By
Yeah.
phone. By
Yeah.
phone.
That's got-
We're back to low
It's used
resolution.
for the messaging system around the station for alerts.
Oh!
Hey. Oh.
Yep.
He does have WhatsApp and Telegram though.
Yeah.
are we still connected?
Yeah, you dropped out there for a little while, but we got you back low bandwidth.
Yeah, okay. This probably won't work. This is my my Wi-Fi extender here, but it's not looking positive at the moment. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
There we go. Okay.
That was the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, 5x7, 5x7.
So in short then, Warren, you're using your ICOM, and if you've got an ATU on the ICOM and you're running a coax out to the centre point of the inverted V, is that a Roger?
No, lost him.
Minus-
Yeah, that's what. But the ICOM is set up in here.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I might just set it back outside.
Zoom, zoom.
Yeah, good signals in Brisbane last week.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just zoom back up. Yeah, I think the Wi-Fi is not very reliable in there. But yeah, the noise floor here at the station is fairly high. I think it is about an S3 or so.
On what?
Very good.
On what band?
It's 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
That's not
Yeah.
hard. S5 in my place is hard.
He's got his antenna plugged in.
So far, I've really only worked 20 meters because that's the easiest antenna to get up. And the inverted V is very good at 20 meters. On some days when the propagation is good, the stations are just coming in beautifully. I really have worked around the world. Alaska, South Africa, a lot of European stations, Scandinavian stations. Not so much South America yet, though. that's been a tricky one. But yeah, the last couple of days propagation has been very poor, so haven't done many contacts. But yeah, there seem to be a few stations, a few Adelaide ones that come booming in really nicely. It must be just the skip distance or something like that. It's just amazing how loud and clear I get to hear them. So I have regular contacts with them. In Tasmania, once or twice I've joined the ANZA net, and one of the people who is, I think, net control there is VK0WN. Yeah, I can hear them quite clearly. And at work, Gary, JGD, and 7EE, I can't think of his name now.
Jerry.
Gary, yeah. So, but yeah, I still hope to work the Reast people, and I hope we find a day where the propagation is good. I'll certainly try my luck this Saturday and Sunday, but like I said, I'm usually on the 20-meter band, and the time of the day is usually between 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so it coincides nicely with my 1 hour of lunch break. And so that would be like from 3 o'clock in the afternoons, so say from 3 till 4, maybe 3 to 5, Hobart time. So
Okay.
yeah, if you guys can get onto the 20-meter band this weekend, from 3 o'clock onwards, should be able to find me there, provided the conditions are okay.
What frequency are you normally around?
Sorry, what was that?
Yeah, what frequency, Warren? What are we? Where do you normally hang out?
Well, typically maybe 14,200, up and down QRM, but yeah, 14,200 seems to be sort of a common area where I hang out.
Cool.
Good stuff.
I have tried to tune into the Reast, into the Sunday morning broadcast, which is on 14,130. I could very, very faintly hear a station, but not enough to really sort of make anything out of it, and I don't think they would have been able to hear me at all. But a couple of times when I've been up early enough, I've given that a go.
Cool.
Yeah, anyways, here we are at the operations building. So this building here contains the station leader's office, the comms office and radio tech's workshop, as well as meteorology. And hopefully can check.
Bless you.
Oh, Gesundheit.
Longest distance sneeze ever.
Already had it.
Don't give them COVID.
Already had it.
Right.
No, they haven't.
Challenge accepted.
I'll sneak into the Met office here. Now here's the same chap we met in the laundry before, Jaden. He's the Met tech for meteorology. Busy guy, always on the go, and is also a part-time observer. We have two observers plus Jaden, who also does observing. One thing I like about the Met people here, they usually have good music going.
When you say he's an
Over here
observer,
is Jaden.
what does an observer do?
What does an observer do, Warren?
Oh yeah, okay. Well, they certainly release the weather balloons twice a day at 7:15 a.m. and p.m. So that means going outside to another building where they fill the balloons with hydrogen and release them. And otherwise, I guess, in short, Jaden, what do observers do? Yeah, and I'll show you exactly how they do it.
Did he say observe?
They've got a very special device here.
board.
Wow, so look how small it's going to become.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Thanks, Jada. Yeah. So, here is some historic equipment, radio sons from earlier times.
Oh, from Rex's
Modern ones
time.
are absolutely
Yeah.
some classic stuff there. So, the station leader's office in here. This is where we filmed the start of that video. Kitchen corner here, and then here the nerve center. We enter the comms room here. So here's where the comms operators sit and operate. That really is a dedicated summer job when the station is full and busy. Over winter we don't have comms operators as such, so Mawson, the other radio tech, and myself, sort of fill in that role, at least during work hours, and then on weekends and after hours, we have a few people that are trained up to use the consoles here and over in the Wallow, and they can take over a shift or the role as comms operator. So when we do have field parties out, then we have regular skip times, and if they do say sea ice travel, then they have to call in at least once an hour just to let us know that they're okay. And that's why if you do plan a trip away, then it's good that you find someone to nominate as your comms operator, and they'll be on standby then to take your calls and stuff like that. Trips that are planned go up on the intentions board here, and then there's equipment to sign out here, such as handheld radios, the in-reaches, which are the Garmin tracking devices, CO2 monitors that you take inside the huts, and what other equipment do we supply? PLBs, personal locating beacons. They're a bit like an EFIRB that really only get used if they're if there's no other means to get help. So so this is sort of the central area. This is now the redundant console, and really it's all just being taken over by computer monitors here. I guess the central box that coordinates, the computer to the various radios is a Zetron system. I think it's a company called Zetron that specializes in radio consoles.
And they're all touch screen, I assume, are they, Warren?
Yep, I think they are. That's right. Let's see. Yeah. You activate the different radios here. You can transmit touching that one, or the red button on the microphone here. People will think, oh yeah, Warren's playing with the radios again. And then if the network does go down or anything like that, then we do have a few backup radios here that go straight to antennas on the roof. This one here is an airband one. This one here is a marine VHF radio. It's just always good to have a bit of a fallback security. Yep, our display again. Extra radios to take out. This little room here was originally built as an air operations radio room, and can still be used as such. there's another console in here. But I think the comms operators have found that what they need to do works fairly well from the open area there, so they don't need to seal themselves off. It is a fairly soundproof room. All these windows here are double glazed, but really we just use it as a spare office room now. And at the moment we've got some batteries here on charge, which will go out to a repeater site that we hope to visit next week and replace the old repeater with the new one.
Which site's that, Warren?
Then
Which site, Warren?
that's Browning's Peninsula. So that's the Channel 21 repeater.
Yeah,
In
Kim's
fact,
shaking his head.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah, that repeater's been playing up for quite some time. I think mainly due to one of two solar panels being broken. It was actually pierced by a piece of aluminium that came loose from its frame, and the battery's getting old and weak. So we could just replace those, but we thought we'll actually build a complete new system from scratch, which is happening in here, but at the moment the large aluminium frame, which is really heavy duty, is back over in the welder's workshop, but it's coming together quite nicely, and yeah, it's a solid beast, so it should be a good thing. We will reuse the old casing that the repeater radio itself actually sits in. That's this box here. This new case down here will house those 12 batteries we've got. So those batteries are 2 volts each, and we'll have 2 banks of 12 volts in parallel. Should give us heaps of capacity. Yeah, storage area here. Rigging gear. Good old-fashioned metallic drawers. And the compactors here, so anything from your basic cable and electronic components here. I'll just randomly pull a drawer out and see what's in it. Yep. Oh well, looks like perhaps voltage regulators of some sort. There's some antique stuff here from way back, like EEPROMs and so on. So yeah, there will be a time to modernize this whole thing, and I think probably sort out the antique stuff that really is not used anymore. But in the meantime, yeah, as long as it's kept away tidy, it's not really a problem. Test equipment here, old multimeters, new multimeters, good old-fashioned Pro here. But we do have digital Pros here. Test equipment of various sorts. Power supplies, sort of, yeah, I guess stuff you would find in a sort of well-kept radio workshop. Yeah, busy here at the moment, so there's a lot of stuff out and about. Over here, yeah, today I've started another batch of handheld radios, just doing their sort of sensitivity test, power output, SINAD sensitivity and things like that. And for each radio we have a page here, and we record the values. The radio test set here is an Aeroflex. Handy device, battery powered. You can take it out into the field and do your radio testing and assessing out at the huts or in vehicles and so on, as well as sweep the antennas. just to make sure that everything is up to scratch. Here's a man-pack radio. This is an HF radio, which is about 2 to 30 megahertz. We've been experimenting a little bit with that. There's a particular field party that's keen to sort of have a go with that. It's got 30 watts output, and I think I do have to train them up a little bit as to which antenna to use and how to use it. So you can put a long whip on there and walk around like someone out of the NASH movie, or there is a long wire with a counterpoise, and there's also a dipole that you can connect to this device. I just have to sort of give the field parties a little bit of understanding what frequencies to try. We do have a long list of frequencies that are licensed to the Antarctic Division to use. It's just sort of, I guess, my desk when I do sit at the desk, and this Nelson, the other tech, over here, one of the repeaters. In here we have a server room. Bit noisy and warm in here, but among some of the equipment here is this communications logging recorder, so all radio communications are logged to public, and particularly important in case there are any incidents and you need to go back. The console that we have set up does access, as mentioned earlier, a number of radios, VHF band and HF band, but also gives you the option to dial phone numbers, and that's, for example, when we do have flights coming in from Hobart to the Wilkins Aerodrome, then we do speak to Melbourne Centre, and that's usually via sat phone, and those calls are also all recorded. We sort of play, I guess, the role of a relay station, I suppose. The Met people will send us the latest aviation weather reports, METARs and space seas, those sort of things, which we then broadcast to the aircraft. Typically the comms operators will do that here over summer, and they might prefer to just simply use the sat phone. You can dial up the pilots that way. But when the last flight left, the comms operators were on that one, so it was my turn to give it a go. And I said to the pilot, well, we've got all the important bits out of the way. Shall we try some HF? And I got him on, I think, 4040 kilohertz, so 4 megahertz. And I think he was quite chuffed to have a bit of a HF conversation going. So I say we're flying over the ocean.
It's emergency radio.
Halfway to Hobart. We had a bit of a chat. So I'm looking forward to the first flight coming in, which will be my only other opportunity to chat to the pilots, especially using the HF radio, which hopefully will be performing well.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay, I'm running out of stuff to show you guys. These are the in-reach.
Questions for Warren.
Yes.
So
So they're absolutely tiny, but they're a full-on GPS and text messaging system, so you can send messages to and from. In these cases here, we keep the sat phones, also standard piece of equipment to sign out and take with you. kind of brings us to the end of the ops building here. It's gone dark outside now. This is the actual operations room, which when it's all happening over summer, so we'll have X number of field parties, scientists, construction crews moving about, and so on. Then we also get a dedicated operations coordinator who comes in and allocates the resources and keeps an eye on the whole program. Ultimately, it still comes under the control of the station leader, but it really is just to help the station leader out with some of the, logistics and perhaps rostering of duties and things like that.
Okay.
So, Warren, you said you've got about 28 people there right now. What's the usual complement over summer instead of winter?
As in numbers of expeditioners here over summer and winter?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this winter we've got 26 plus 4, which is, I think, one of the highest numbers that we've had here over winter. Other stations might typically have anywhere between 15 and 25 expeditioners. Over summer, though, it can easily reach 100. So I think Casey will get up to about 90 people when they all come in. And a lot of them will be scientists and their support people, but also extra tradespeople who will be helping with sort of the fitting out of the newer buildings and things like that. Then we also have, because of the traverse that's meant to take place this coming summer, so there'll be an extra crew for that traverse. There's also a lot of rigging work planned here for the various towers and masts in the area, which comms use. There's also the ionosonde here, bloody ionosonde, and the Met people. Ionosonde because it's a vital piece of equipment that gives us ionospheric information, but of course, being a shortwave enthusiast, you do hear it loud and clear on the shortwave radio. Accommodation-wise, in earlier times it was such that there were sort of individual modules outside or modified containers for people to sleep in. Very cramped indeed. But that west, the red shed where we went for a walk before, that's got extensions on it both on the east end and west end, which are known as East Wing and West Wing. And it's nothing but smallish bedrooms. So I think each of those can hold probably 30 to 40 extra people. So that, including this center bit, I think you can accommodate. You can certainly. I would like to think you can probably accommodate some good 90 people here, each with their own bedroom. So I think the Australian stations like Casey, Davis, and Mawson are looked upon by other stations as being sort of luxury stations, as most other stations, expeditioners have like shared bedrooms, but here at the Australian stations, we've got the luxury of having our own rooms. So that's certainly a nice thing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Warren, when the first flights come in and the summer crews arrive, is it hard to adjust when you've been just you and very few people for so long?
Sorry, what was the question again?
So when the first flight comes in, is it hard adjusting to having more people or different people suddenly at the station.
Yeah, well, it certainly will be, I guess, for us, I think that the 30 of us now, we kind of all settled in with each other like, like family members, if you like. So, you just feel at home, you feel comfortable with everybody else. You know their habits, so, and this and that, what their interests are and stuff like that. So when the new people do arrive, they will be definitely, I guess, sort of like outsiders. I mean, it, I guess there'll be a bit of, I guess, dynamics happening, as in you sort of have to find out who's who, what they do, and so on and so forth. And over summer, as more and more people come in, I think you kind of lose the overview then, and you probably sort of just group them with the ones that you're more familiar with, or people that you find that you like to socialize with. Not that there's any sort of fractions or so. It's just there's a lot of people to deal with. So I think for us, it will be a game changer, as we're all very kind of close, if you like. And then when the new ones arrive, we'll be like sort of, who are you sort of thing. The majority of us will actually be finishing up at the earlier part of summer. So myself and I think close to 30. There are a few that'll stay a bit longer, but we're all going to be leaving at the same time on the third flight. So the very first flight to come in will bring a few essential people that we need early, like the comms operators and the operations coordinator. The second flight will bring the majority of winterers for next winter, and that will be sort of the handover period too. So Mawson and myself will have 1 week's time to introduce the new incoming techs to Casey Station, show them where everything is, how it works, what the jobs are to do, and so there's a lot of infrastructure here, networking, servers in all the buildings. We may not be able to show them everything. A lot of it they'll just pick up on their own after we leave. But we do try and make the handover as easy and informative as possible. One of my extra roles here is being a geomagnetic observer. So most stations have magnetometers, very sensitive geomagnetic observatories here that carefully monitor the Earth's magnetic field. And we have 2 magnetometers here. One is just looks at the variations that continuously occur. That's the variometer, and that is then calibrated each week against the absolute magnetometer. This is all part of geoscience in Canberra, and I've settled in quite happily being the observer who goes out and takes these magnetic measurements. So there's, if you like, a high-tech compass, if you want to put it that way. It's a magnetometer anyways that's bolted to the telescope of a theodolite, and you move the theodolite around to particular positions and read the magnetic field, and also do that over a short period of time so that you capture some of the fluctuations as well. It's quite a tedious job. Takes about an hour and a half to do, and there's a bit of preparation work beforehand and afterwards as well, typing it up and sending it off. For some reason at Casey it's still a very manual operation. Other stations have similar setups, but It's much more automated, but some of the alignment of the compasses still have to be done by hand. So, within that 1 week of handover period, I'll have to take the new guys out to the magnetometer and show them how that works. Probably give them a demonstration by doing a full-on set of observations, and then getting them to do another one a few days later. And part of the preparation is also making sure you don't take any metal out there with yourself. So you have to sort of choose what you wear. You can't have a watch or a belt or anything like that, which can interfere. And in the hut where the magnetometer is, everything is made out of aluminium or brass. So as little iron as possible. Of course, you can't avoid it completely, but it's carefully selected so that you do get observations that are non-contaminated, as they call it. Any magnetic metal will contaminate the results.
Warren,
So
you said that
Yep.
there were 2 comms operators at this point in time during winter. What does it swell to when everybody appears for summer?
So the 2 comms operators over winter is really the 2 radio techs, Nelson and myself, plus any sort of the other people are kind of volunteer and are happy to sort of be trained up in some basic comms operations. In summer, we will have 2 dedicated comms people here, possibly 3, but 2 for sure, and they'll work shifts from early morning to late evening. If it's standard hours, then they'll just swap one day this person, the other day that person, so that basically during the day and when things are happening, there's always somebody here at the console to answer calls and things like that. Other people will. A lot of the sort of day-to-day comms is just parties moving off, like onto station, so they radio into to let us know that what their movements are. If especially in winter, like if Nelson and myself don't answer to a call, then chances are that somebody else will pick it up and just acknowledge that they've called in, and it might be just that they're checking in to say everything is okay, which in that case someone on station does have that knowledge. It's only if there's something of an issue or so that they would then have to pass that on. So it is fairly easygoing, I guess, over winter. It's more when we do have parties getting a fair way out from station, particularly, say, if a small group is traveling out to the more remote huts or to the Wilkins Aerodrome, then we just like to keep an eye on their movements until they arrive at the other end. And once they check in that they've arrived okay, then we just have a daily situation report then from either the trip leader or from the Wilkins manager, depending which group we're talking about.
Sure.
But that's sort of it in a nutshell.
Cool. All right.
And so anyways, Well, it's been fun to be able to take you guys on a tour. I'll just turn this camera back here. Let's see. Get it onto. Where are we? There we go. This camera here. I'm actually getting a bit hot. So all the stuff's still on. Oops.
Fantastic. And can we show our appreciation, please?
Yes, thank you. So tonight, actually Wednesday nights here is also presentation night. So typically at 7 o'clock, which is in 15 minutes, someone will give a talk. Tonight it actually will be 7:15 because there's a meeting happening beforehand with some a group of people that are planning a trip. But no, tonight's presentation will be from our who we're going to be from? I think from our stores person, the station supply person, who's been to Chernobyl, and so he'll give us no doubt quite a fascinating presentation on visiting Chernobyl.
Excellent.
He, as well as one of the other guys, our head plumber here, have also visited on separate occasions North Korea. So that was a number of Wednesdays ago. They gave us a combined North Korea talk.
Cool.
And I think we have Science Week coming up pretty soon. I'm actually planning to prepare a presentation on geomagnetism, because that's sort of one of the sciences that we're actively carrying out here. And I'll give a talk about, I guess, the Earth's magnetic field and how it's influenced by the sun and all these sort of things. So, yeah, that's a Wednesday evening. Presentation night at Casey. You're welcome to attend if you can make it.
I love it. I love it. Well, I have to say, Warren, I'm pretty blown away by the fact that you gave us a station tour of an Antarctic base via Zoom. I that just blows me away. Just phenomenal. So thank you and enjoy tonight's presentation. So yeah.
Yeah. No, well, it's been my pleasure. And look, so where are we? We're in the earlier part of September, October, November. So I'm here for another 2 months. I don't know if that allows us to squeeze maybe another talking or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we say on a casual basis or so. Yeah, happy to do this anytime, Justin.
Fantastic. No, well, that's fantastic, Warren. Thank you very much, and yeah, we'll catch you next time. And stay safe and stay warm.
Yeah. Okie dokie. So how many people have we got there in the audience?
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, about 14. About 14 in the audience. So yeah. And we'll have streaming viewers as well, but I'm not on the stream right at the moment. So so there'll be a few more. So it's good.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Good. Well, enjoy the rest of your evening.
No problems.
73.
73, Warren.
See you, Warren.
Yeah, we're not live.
Here we are.
No, you're not.
Here we are.